Welcome and hello everybody to a video that I have been postponing for a long time, and well, finally I'm here. We're going to work on MAXQDA in its version 2020, right? For us to work on the organization, classification, and coding process for the data collection process you did last semester, and in this one you're going to use the software that we're going to talk about in order for us to do this, right? So for us to make these issues a little bit easier regarding the way in which you're going to, once again, organize, classify, and code your data. As you realized right here, I'm using OBS Studio, right, for me to record this video. It's a freeware software and it's really easy to use, and guess what? No time limit for you to record your videos. So, okay, let's hit it. Okay, so on the first hand, what we need to do is to take into account the data that we're going to use in order for it to be coded, right? So let's say I'm going to use part of my what? Part of my thesis, part of someone else's thesis too, maybe, and part of my literature review for me to do the way, or for me to achieve for me to reach the data or to organize the data that I'm going to work with. Okay, so I'm going to open right here Explorer. Alright, so let's go right here to where I have my data. Very good. Alright, here, and let's say master degree. So as I told you, I'm going to use versions of my thesis, right? I'm going to use the last version, that is going to be this one. And I'm going to open again another folder, same direction. Well, the direction is going to vary regarding the place you have stored your data, right? So that's it. And let's say right here I'm going to use part of the literature review here, references. Alright, so that's it. Alright, so that's the way in which we're going to work with these two folders, right? Okay. So first things first, we need to download the MAXQDA. So when you're going to download the free version, right here, the first thing that you're going to require to do is to fill a format or a form, right, regarding your name, taking into account your name, your last name, the place you come from, and your email. Well, talking about the email, you may use your own email, or you can use 10-minute email, right? For you to have the opportunity to download the software again, right? And to continue coding if the amount of time given the free trial or in the trial is not enough for you. But I think 30 days is going to be more than enough for you. Okay, so once again, we go right here to this web page that is called 10minutemail.com, right? Ooh, I need to get rid of that spam. Alright, so meaning that this issue right here, the ad block, is not working. Okay, so we have it right here. This is my email, right? So try to remember it for you to use it in a later opportunity or a following opportunity. So, well, we don't care about that, right? So what we do right here is to, number one, let's say I'm going to use my name, right? So that's it. Then your country, so let's use Colombia, right? and then your email. So you copy and paste the website, the name of the email that you have, right? And then here you put it in that way, right? And then you say iniciar prueba gratuita. You click on it, right? You wait a little bit for you to have two things. Number one, you're going to have a direct download, right? In this part, so you can download it for Windows or for Mac. In this case, as you see right here in my interface, I'm using Windows, right? Windows 10. So I click on Windows 10, right? Okay, so let's say, well, I'm not going to download it right now, as I'm going to do it right here, because I have already downloaded that, right? So I have it here, right? The MAXQDA 2020 setup. It's going to be like that. The one that is here, the reader, is going to be once you have finished with the organization of your data and the coding process, you're going to require more time for you to keep on reading your the way in which you have organized that data, right? So the reader setup right here, the reader's already set up, is going to be a free version, so you can have access to read the data that you have organized, nor to organize it once the time limit of the software has ended. Okay, so as I have already downloaded the software here, I'm not going to waste my time downloading this software because it's going to take me like maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour. It's kind of slow, and the web page, well, it's going to have a kind of limited access to download the data. So in this case, what I'm going to do is to skip the downloading process, right? And what I want to show you right here is that in your email, you're going to have right here the MAXQDA mail, right? So you have it right here, so you can download it from this link too, right? Once the 30 days of free trial have ended, so what you can do is to create a different account with a different name, right? And you have to uninstall the software from your computer, right, at a very rigorous way for you to have the opportunity to have access to the software and to keep editing your data, right? So I'm going to skip this process, and I'm going to here, oops, not the folder, here I'm going to start the setting up process, right? So it's going to be easy, right? So you have next. I have read carefully. That's going to be just the policies of activation and use, right? Next. This is going to be the folder in which it's going to be installed, right? Not to touch it. And well, it's not going to take a lot for the installation process, right? So let's wait for a little bit for it to be installed. In the meanwhile, remember that you need to deal right here with the data analysis method and data analysis process right inside your thesis, right? Your thesis, sorry. So remember when doing that, and start writing that, because during this week I'm going to start asking for those excerpts to be included inside your thesis. Okay, cool. So we're going to start right here with the MAXQDA 2020. It is easy to use, right? It's not going to be something like a very difficult software. No. The only thing that you're going to do, that you're going to require right here, is going to be time for you to organize the data. And that's it. Alright. So we're going to wait for it to load. As you see right here, it is already installed in my here. Oh, so I have only 14 days, right? Ah, no, this is not the analytics. No. So I click here. Right, it says 30 days and here it appears. Okay, so my license has been activated. Yeah, the license that I have got for free, the one that is included inside the software once you download it, okay? So let's wait for it to load. Don't you worry about that. It's going to take a little bit time. And it's taking a lot. Wow. So as you have this here, what you have to take into account is to, number one, you need to work very fast, right, in order to organize your data. Once you have organized your data, so you need to start creating the reports, right, for you to keep on working with the data that has been analyzed. Remember, the software is not going to do the whole work for you. No. You're going to organize the information. The software is going to present you the information at a more organized way, and what you have to do is to create the interpretation about that, the argumentation about that. Okay, so let's continue with this. So we're going to work with the with a new project, right? And you're going to create it, or you're going to you're going to save it in the folder that you're going to use, right? So in this case, I'm going to say like example for applied research. All right, so nice. What I would like you to do right here is to take into account the different windows that we have, or the different stages that we have. So we have the stage for you to add your information. How can I do that? So we go work here, we go here. This is not importar documentos. So you're going to import your documents, right? So you're going to look for them. Let's do it in this way. Ah, it's not here, sorry. So I'm going to use right here one of the versions of my thesis, right? So I'm going to upload something here. And as you have perceived, the documents are going to be used in this part. Okay, nice. Well, what if I don't want to do it in that way? So for example, I want to go to the folder. I want to use, for example, I want to use Hussein. I want to use Google. Let's say I'm going to use Kirgoz, maybe. I want to use Arya and Adel. No, I'm going to use Motaram. Do I have Graham here? No, I don't have Graham. Alright, and let's use, for example, Simmons. And where is Downis? And Downis. Alright, so I have all of those 8 elements. So what I'm going to do is to hold click, right? And I'm going to move them to the software. Okay, so I can place them here, as you have seen over there. Wow, guess this. So the maximum amount of data that you can add right here is going to be just related to 5 megabytes per document. So what is this? Let's say yes, and well, that works in that way. Alright, so what are we going to do next? Let's take into account that in my thesis I used some elements taken from the research questions for me to create my own domains or categories and subdomains or subcategories, right? So I'm going to click here. I don't know why it's not showing the document. Aha. So you have to double click on each document, right? Here, no, but if you double click on the document, it's going to be like that, okay? So right here. And let's see, for example, the way my questions were stated, right? Oops, no, not here. Very good. So I have some questions here. So for example, the first question, the general question, the grand tour question is going to be how to develop the oral production and interaction in English as in a foreign language for students through the use of audiovisual material uploaded on Edmodo. So that's going to be my general question. The following questions are going to be the sub-questions. So right here, blah, 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 which are the criteria, the assessment criteria for oral production which need to be taken into account in order to satisfy the needs expressed by students, right? In oral production and oral interaction skills. So those are going to be just those needs which are going to be fulfilled. The following thing is going to be which are the weaknesses and most frequent errors on students, right? And finally, the third question is going to be in which way to correct those material produced by students, right? And finally, now it's finally, so what is going to be just the strengths that this correction process could be implemented inside the model in order to improve the oral production skill, right? So I'm going to base myself on all of those 4 categories and the main category right here. So right here inside the code system, I can click here in order to create my own code, my first code, or as I told you on the last class, I'm going to do it right here. Either way works the same, okay? So the first one, I'm going to start with the last one, is going to say effectiveness, right? So oral production effectiveness based on audiovisual material. And I'm going to create right here a very good code, let's say purple. Nice. And as you see right here, I have one code about that, right? The second one that I'm going to create is going to be feedback, right? In blue. Wow, nice. And then I'm going to work right here. Let's say common errors, mistakes, and weaknesses. Very good. I'm going to use right here, let's say red color. Nice. In here we have assessment criteria. Let's say green. Oral assessment or speaking assessment criteria. Right? Very good. Well, and then I'm going to create in this part the last one that is going to be just here, oral production and interaction development through Edmodo. Okay, and I'm going to use blue, I would say yellow. Alright, so we have right here the codes, but as you see right here, every code right here is in 0. What to do if I want to include one of the information, or one of the part of the information inside each code? Nice. So what I have to do first is to highlight the excerpt of the information that I want to code. In this case, I have selected this part. Remember, this is going to be just related to the fourth question, right? So I look at right here. So I have oral production and interaction. Yes, this is the one, right? And I'm going to code it by clicking here, right? Ooh, sorry. No, this is not. I've made a mistake. Let's see if I can eliminate it. Yes. Well, wasn't that? Here. Order production. Order production effectiveness, right? And the other one is order production and interaction. So right here, and then I organize it in that way. So I want to do it. I want to do the same thing with the different codes, right? So right here is going to be just related to feedback. Right, and as you see right here in this document, you're going to find that there are two codes, right, regarding to each code in here. Sorry, yeah, two codes in one document regarding to feedback and order production effectiveness, right? So let's continue with the following one: common errors, mistakes, blah blah blah, and this one. So let's say speaking criteria, and let's go here with the first one. And cool, as you see right there, we have all the 5 codes, right, in this one element. Okay. Let's say, what is this? No, I was trying to see if I can. Ha! Perfect. That was what I would like to do, right? So let's say this is going to be my my biggest domain, right? And these are going to be the other domains, right? So what I do right here is to, let's say right here, cannot subcodes. No. Well, so you click here, you hold it, and you take it to this place, right? And you see right here the way in which these codes are going to be related to a hierarchical way, right? So nice. So we have 5 codes inside my my thesis, right? Okay, cool. So let's see right here that I'm going to look for. Okay, same thing right here. So here is going to be just oral production effectiveness. Ooh, this is the bad thing. Here, oral production interaction. Well, I know that's going to be first issue. got lost. So I have to rename this. How can I edit this? Got it. Okay. So order production interaction. Okay, cool. And then we have more codes in this part, right? So we have order production interaction, mistakes, and then I'm lost. Okay, here feedback number 2. Here audiovisual material is going to be the last one. And here I have assessment, speaking assessment criteria. Well, I want to see if I can organize it in a better way. Okay, this was the last one. Okay. Feedback was here. Common errors and mistakes were here, and that's it. Very good. So this is going to be just related to the fourth one that is going to be here. And click. Very good. Okay, so the second one right here is going to be like this. And this part right here is going to be this one. And this one is going to be here. And this one is going to be in this part. Oh, no. This wasn't supposed to be here. Why do I have 4 in here? Okay. This one. Okay. The red one is here. That's going to be the red one. Common. Very good. And it's going to be assessment. Speaking assessment criteria. Yes. And this one right here. Yep. Let's see if it is going to be here. Voila. And as you see right here, we have 2 codes per issue right here. Okay, so I don't want to keep on working on only one document. So let's go to the following one. And okay, so let's see that I'm going to highlight this information related to the types of webs that we're going to find. Let's see if I can select until here. No. Shoot. Okay. Well, let's see that this part is going to be just related to this issue. Evolution on e-learning. No, e-learning. Okay, so I'm going to use right here this part related to e-learning. And this one is going to be just related to, let's say, feedback. Right? So, feedback. Right? As you see right here, we have 3 codes or 3 pieces of data inside feedback. And here we have 1 code. Right? Let's see right here, relationship, blah, blah, blah. Learning theories. Learning theories is going to be just related to feedback too. let's say this, right? So once again, feedback. Here, nope, that's it, very good. Let's go right here to Google. And in Google, I think I'm going to use maybe the results, if this document has the results. Data analysis and findings. Okay, students' reflections on the presentations. So let's say right here, we're going to do this part. Very good. I'm going to use this part inside here, oral production effectiveness, right? Very good. Now I have another one. Student self-assessment. Same thing right here. Okay, very good. Well, let's go to categorize. Related to blended learning. No. Area and Adele. Right here. No, because this is going to be just related to e-learning. Maybe Motoram. It's going to be a huge element. Extremely huge. So I'm not pretty sure what to add here. Okay. I'm going to get an information at a random way. Okay, so let's say this part is going to be very good for, let's say, speaking assessment, right? And this one down is, let's say, this information here is going to be just related to common error mistakes, right? And let's say that this one from Siemens is going to be just related this part here. All right, this is going to be just for from the first code, and that's all. Let's say that from that information, I just wanted to work with that, and that's all, right? Nice. So let's say, okay, I would like to record this, but I think the recording of the project is going to be in an automatic way, right? If I'm not wrong. So let's see right here in my documents if it is working or not. Yes. So we have right here example, and it has been updated 1 minute ago. As you see right here, 1 minute ago was 4 past 2, and now it is 5 past 2. I'm going to do another example right here for us to see if there's going to be an update. So let's say this part. And I'm going to add it here. Okay, very good. So let's go right here, and as you can see right here in this part, it has been added 2 more minutes, right? Alright, very good. So what I would like you to do when you finish all of this part is going to be to see right here the informs, right? So you can create a book of codes, right? Information about the project, right? Or publicador inteligente. Okay, so let's go right here to this part. I click here, because it's going to be just all the codes that you have created. In my case, I created in that part. If you want to create it in a different way, so create the codes based on your needs. Okay, so I'm going to hit on OK. I'm going to put the name of this. Let's say so. Data analysis method, right? And that's it. Here, you leave it in this way, and OK. Hit on OK, and you're going to place the you're going to place it inside the place you want it to be saved or stored. In this case, this part. If I'm not wrong, it's going to be opened automatically. If not, well, you go to the place you have stored the document, and as I told you, yes, so it's going to be stored and opened in an automatic way. Very good. And well, so we have created this document, and this document right here is going to give me, once again, the name of the first code, and then the subcodes. And so you're going to have the information about the documents that have been added to your inform, right, or your report, right? So, and this is the most important part. So as you see right here, you're going to find the information that has been organized for each code. So example, I have this taken from this, I have this other element taken from this other element, I have this other element, and that's it. For example, what if I want to add images or something like that? You can add them too, sorry, right? So this part related to assessment criteria. This is the question, this is the objective, and this is the other information that you have added. As you see over there, the first element that you have already selected, that you have selected, is going to be the last one in the organization level, okay? And that's it. The way in which you're going to arrange the information, or you're going to argument the information that you have here, you're going to interpret and argument the information, so it's going to be based on your own criteria, right? So as you see right here, the information has been organized based on what you have selected, right? As this was selected from a PDF file, you know that sometimes the formats are not going to be the same, right? Or are going to be kind of different, right? So that is why you're going to see like word by word in this part, but doesn't matter. I think you're going to get it from a Word document, so it works, right? And that's it. So that's going to be one of the most important issues in here. Okay, now let's say, well, but I want this to show me what is this? This is the book of codes, but I don't think it's going to be very important for you, right? So let's create it, and let's see right here. And this is going to be the book of codes, and that's it. So it's not that important, right? So anyway, so I was going to say, for example, I want one document per code. So let's say that I'm going to put it outside the code. Sorry, I don't know if I can do this. No. No. So we organize it, or we get them out. Let's see if I can do this. Yes. Very good. That's it. Okay. Right. And I want to create once again the report, right, based on one of the codes. Let's say this one only. Sorry. And as you have it right here, it's going to be just only one code plus the information that has been used. And that's it. So it was related to audio production effectiveness, a mistake, based on audiovisual material. So, and that's it. That's all the information you're going to use right here. Do you need, for example, how can I say this? A chart related to, for example, how many codes have you got from what? How much information have you got per code or something like that? So if you want, you can do right here, this is statistics. You click here. Right? I think it's not working. Right? Nice. So, well, that's it. This is not important, right? So, don't create some charts about that. So, that's it. So, the most important thing right here is going to be just the informs and the way you have organized your codes. And, well, memos are, for example, if you want to add information, right? Extra information about the code or something like that, right? In this part, you can add the memo if you want, right? Here, add a memo in this part. So you can add something. And that's it. So you click here. Already, what is this? Stored. And once you want to look for the memos, you double click on the memo and you're going to find the information there. And that's it. That's all. So I hope you have found this interesting. And well, that's all. So see you in class, and anything, let me know. Bye bye.